What's up YouTube? I'm Jared, you're watching Spinning Wheel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about my favorite tunable cars. I've got 5 that I want to share with you today. The reason for this video is I've been watching a lot of Street Outlaws, the OKC 405 racing crew, street racing crew out of Oklahoma. They're pretty awesome. I love the cars that are on that show, and they just kind of inspired me to talk about tunable cars, race cars, whatever. But I can't afford a $50,000 street race car, so I thought I would just share my ideas for very tunable cars that are very also budget friendly. So really quick too, there's a difference to me between racer and tunable. Racer is something that just looks like it's going to go fast but doesn't. Tunable is something that is very easy to do, budget friendly, but also makes the car faster. To me, tunability comes from the engine mods, brakes, wheels, that kind of thing. Things that actually are going to impact your ability to create power and get power to the road. All right, so let's begin with number 5. The number 5 vehicle on my list took me a while to figure out if I wanted it at 5 or 4. That is the Mini Cooper, the new Mini Cooper. I love the Mini Cooper, the looks of the Mini Cooper. The reason it's at number 5 is because I don't really think there's a lot that you can do to the engine based on its small size. Like, there's not a lot of room in the engine compartment to throw in turbos, superchargers, or anything like that. I know the Mini Cooper S already has a supercharger on it, so there's one thing, yes, you could probably get a bigger supercharger, but you're very limited, I feel, with the space and what you can actually do with the Mini Cooper. That's why it's at number 5. At number 4, I decided to put the Honda Civic. I drive a Honda Civic. I love my Honda Civic. I don't mean to bash Honda Civics one bit because they are awesome cars. Honda Civic has a very dependable motor. You can do all kinds of motor swaps with this to get extra horsepower out of your car. You can put on turbos. You can put on superchargers if you want to. And I've seen cars that can go, that have like 800 horsepower out of these things. They're really stinking fast. So I like the Honda Civic as a tunable car. It's budget friendly. It's very easy to work with. There's tons of space in the engine compartment to maneuver, add things, remove things. I've seen these cars go very fast around a track or in a straight line. They are very tunable, and that's why they're at number 4. At number 3, I have the Honda S2000. Still a Honda, also a great motor. That engine bay is also very large. It already has a great setup, though, for the car to go fast. It's rear-wheel drive. It's got a good motor in it already, and they all come with the VTEC, and everybody knows that the VTEC is awesome. And you throw a turbo on there, you do an engine tune, you do whatever you want. There's all these different things you can do to the Honda S2000 to make it even better. And I totally love the way that the car is already set up. Rear-wheel drive. It's got a 6-speed manual transmission. The VTEC four-cylinder motor is great, but you could remove it, drop in as V6 if you wanted to, which in my opinion is kind of cheating. To me, I feel tunable cars need to stick with the original equipment that comes with the car for the most part. So like the motor, that obviously I feel should stay in the vehicle unless, of course, you're doing like the Honda Civic engine swap, the B-Series Honda Civic swap, the K20 swaps, whatever you're doing. I guess that's okay. I think the problem I have is I saw a Honda Civic where somebody dropped an LS motor in. Yes, it's going to be a very fast car, but in my opinion, it's cheating, and it also probably cost the guy easily 15 grand just because he had to modify the engine bay, the interior compartment of the vehicle, all that stuff to make the engine fit. So that, in my opinion, doesn't count for what this video is. The Honda S2000, though, is a really awesome car by itself. But with just a few little things, a few modifications and tunes here and there, it can be a very fast car. And that's why it's at number 3. I have the Subaru WRX. This car is phenomenal. I just drove one the other day. I'll put a link right here. You can check it out on my channel. It's an awesome car, all-wheel drive. The WRX is turboed. It's got an amazing boxer motor. The thing is phenomenal. It's already really fast. Couple simple tunes and bam, you've increased horsepower, and the car with its all-wheel drive is going to be able to put that power down very well to the road. Hence why this one is at number 2. I would put it at number 1 just because these cars can be made to go really, really fast. They handle amazing. But in my opinion, which is what this is all based on, my opinions, the number 1 car is a little bit nicer, a little bit better for me. So yes, the Subaru WRX is at number 2. Still an awesome car. It is amazing to drive. Go check out the video that I did a few weeks ago. It's fantastic. But yeah, so that leaves us at number 1. Number 1 may surprise some of you and probably won't surprise others. It's the BMW E36. 3 Series BMW, mid-90s. It is a fantastic platform to tune. I love it because it is rear-wheel drive. It's got all kinds of different components to it that you can manipulate, change, all that good stuff. And in my opinion, a car has to be rear-wheel drive, 2 doors, manual transmission, awesome freaking motor, and all that stuff to be an awesome car. And I know not all the BMW E36s have it because there's the 4-door version of the E36. But if you get a 2-door E36, or if you even had a 4-door, I had a 4-door. I loved mine. I wish it was a 2-door, but it wasn't. It's 4. But they can be made to be really fast. A couple little engine tunes as well. Throw in a turbo. Even if you started off with an M3, the M3s aren't that expensive anymore. I mean, I know if you want a really nice one, they're going to be a bit pricey, between 8 to 15 grand. But you can find one that's a little beat up, a little rough around the edges for between 5 and 10. And all you really have to do is do a couple engine tunes, throw a turbo on it, make, the car lighter, rip some stuff out, maybe change the differential up a little bit, the transmission gears, all that stuff. And you have a pretty decent looking little race car right there. BMW also has a very bulletproof motor in the E36s. And in my opinion, it's the best tunable car out there for a budget. I love the E36. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I know the other cars on the list, they all have their good points, and they all have probably some weak points that people are going to hate or do hate about a certain car. Thanks for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it. If you guys like what I do, please subscribe to the channel. You can do so by clicking right up here in the little box. Right here, just click there and you can subscribe to the channel. Also, go check out some of the other videos I've got. They're pretty awesome. I put a lot of work into them and I'm pretty proud of them, so go check those out. Also, stay tuned for the next video coming out later this week. It'll be my first video for the new car thought vlog that I've got going on. And if you have questions for the car thought vlog, leave those in the comments below under that video or this one, doesn't matter. So just leave comments for me, places with questions, and I will do my best to answer those on the next car thought vlog. Keep them rolling in. I love answering questions. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Keep it yagging, and I'll see you later.